Anmaya, just remain connected. I will take care of the ego. First, it should become stronger. So I am making it strong, When it is really strong, it will go. A ripened fruit can fall. First, it should have its own shape and size. It should be healthy. Healthy ego can be dropped, not an unhealthy ego. The ego you have is delusional. Very poor ego. Cannot stand. Ego should be also healthy. Healthy ego is no problem. And when you say ego, you don't know what is ego, actually. Ego is also needed. It has its own purpose. Whatsoever exists has a purpose. When you stand in the sun, there is a shadow. The same way is ego, is nothing but a shadow. This shadow is manifested because of consciousness. When consciousness is reflected in the body, the ego is power. It is nothing but the sense of the body. We call it de buddhi. De means body. Buddhi means sense. This body has to function. How it will function if there is no ego? Even Jnanis, Gurus, enlightened people, awakened one, Buddhas, don't think they don't have any ego. But don't compare your ego with their ego. Their ego is like a burnt rope. Your ego is like a rope. It binds you. It cages you. It makes you suffer. But the ego of the Buddha is a functional phenomenon. He functions in the body through that ego. It is not harmful at all because it has no power. Your ego has a power. It binds you, it binds the other also. This body cannot function without ego. Suppose this very moment, if you become enlightened, you can disappear in the very moment. But if you remain by the way, then you need ego for functioning. But then your ego is a functioning ego. Actually, ego does not exist like a shadow. Shadow does not exist. Now there is a sun. You stand and immediately you will see there is a shadow. Isn't it? Can you take it in your hand and put it in your pocket? It is not a thing. It just appears. It is an appearance. The same way ego is an appearance. But the illusion is that we believe that I am this. That is the illusion. And the same thing I was talking in the morning. This is an illusion. But illusion also is in a way that it appears. So what appears you cannot deny. So you cannot deny that there is an ego. And you cannot treat your ego as a shadow. You have to consider it. But you must know what is what. There you forget what is what, and then you suffer. Now you are assuming that remaining connected with me, you should be egoless. I want you to live. How you are going to live if you become egoless? That egolessness will arise, will happen. It will happen when the fruit is ready. So I am like a gardener. Every day I am putting the water, taking care, putting the manure. The tree is growing. Slowly, slowly, when it comes to its fullness, there will be flower on it. And there will be fruit on it. But a fruit, if plucked when it is not ripe, it will have pain. The fruit will experience the pain, the tree will experience the pain. But when the fruit is ripe, it will just fall without anybody noticing. Not the fruit will notice, not the tree will notice. There are people who are giving certificate, selling enlightenment. Day before yesterday, Bhola came to me and he told me he went and met those people. He was discoursing that we have made 60 people enlightened. And you people come for the 10-day camp and you will all be enlightened. That kind of enlightenment you want. How this can happen? How anybody can be made enlightened? It's not possible. It is just a waiting. This waiting may be long. That is why again and again I tell you, keep patience, isn't it? What I was saying in the 40 days retreat, have patience. But Western people are in a hurry, Don't be in a hurry. Now you are half Indian, half Western. Sooner or later, if you remain connected, I will not make you enlightened, but I will make you patient. You will learn patience. Just how to wait. Wait for eternity. When you have that much patience, it can happen. And if it does not happen, you are not worried. It's simple. Why not? Because I taught you patience. You cannot say 10 years have passed or 10 lives have passed. I tell you the beautiful story once I heard from the mouth of my master Osho. It was in Bombay. There was a disciple and there was a master. He remained with the master with many years. He used to come and tell to the master that this experience he has today, that experience, this experience. And he will tell him, you just keep patience. Drop it. Like Zen master. He used to say, drop it. Whenever he comes with whatsoever he brings with him, he will say, drop it. He will just say, just drop it. That's all. One day, it really happened to him. But by the time, he had learned how to be patient. So he never went to master and tell that it has happened. He just kept quiet. The story says, after fourth life, the master called the disciple. And the master told the disciple, this is the key. And disciple says, I have 3 lives before. It is with me already. I don't need your key. He became enlightened 3 lives before. It may be a story, but it tells something. Master was bothering, and because of him, he is again and again coming to the body. And he never goes and asks anything now. These are subtle and real things. And here are people, within 10 days, they declare you enlightened. And I have heard many stories about them. When they see that this man has money in his pocket, they will call him and tell him, we will give you this certificate that you are enlightened. Give us 80,000 rupees. And people are buying. So if you want to buy something, then you are going to have this kind of thing. Man is greedy by nature. The first thing is fear. When you born, when you come out of the womb of the mother, consciousness reflects through the body. There is a first feeling. That feeling is called I. I feeling. This feeling is coming through the body. Otherwise there is no I, because it has no form. The consciousness has no form. The feeling comes through the body. And it comes to the consciousness. Because that is the tool of knowing. If there is no consciousness, what you can know, how you can know? You can know nothing. You know. Now you are listening. It is an experience of knowing. This knowing is happening because you are conscious. Suppose you fall unconscious just now, there will be no knowing. Isn't it? So knowing happens because of consciousness. When this consciousness identifies with the body, reflects with the body, immediately arise a I feeling, or call it I thought, that is called ego. If there is no I, there will be no function. To function, for the functioning of the body, the thought, the very first thought, call it concept. It is a concept, I concept, I thought, I feeling. If this very concept is not there, there cannot be any function. And body has to function. So it can only function if the I feeling is there. And this I feeling slowly becomes more and more mature. That is why one becomes more knowledgeable, more egoist, more stubborn. But the whole process should be reversed. And what is the process? To see things as they are. What is the actual position? And this actual position only indicated by the one whom you called Guru, Sadguru, Master, the one who knows, who has realized. He knows. So he gives you this information that this is your not true nature, this is your true nature. Now, if you really trust your master and accept his words, immediately the story is over. But if you are not able to trust, then you can ask, what shall I do so that I can experience this? Then he gives you the method. Then he tells you remain connected. Then he waits with you, not you waits with him. Actually, he is waiting with you. He has taken the responsibility without declaring anything. It happens spontaneously. He is waiting. And if you are patient, he is patient. From his side, there is no problem. Always the problem is from your side. Because you may run away after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You may stay, you may not stay. And he keeps the door open. He allows you to come in, he allows you to go out. He has no problem. But if you remain, it happens. But there is no guarantee. If you ask guarantee, it means you are asking for the certificate. There is no guarantee. You have to guarantee yourself. You have to remain. And this remaining does not mean that you live in his room with him. It is not like that. You just remain connected without any plug, without any socket. Why? First you need a mature ego. And that too is by the help of the master only. You cannot become mature yourself. You need a mother to help you. Things are like that. You cannot deny. You may have your own logic. Only with the master you can have a right ego, healthy ego. And when the ego is healthy, it can go. Otherwise it cannot go. The more immature it is, the more difficult, almost impossible. But you are understanding, you are seeing things, sensing, and your sensing is totally perfect. That things are going the other way. But don't worry, let them go the other way. When you are moving with a music group, what you are looking for? You are looking for ego. Isn't it? Here I have given you something to do. You don't know why I have given to you. You understand? There is. But it is open. The option is always open. It does not matter. The one who is awakened, he is responsible. Without making him responsible by someone, by anyone, or say by God or by existence, no. He becomes responsible. It is like this. And he knows his job. And he is not a doer. He is just there as a catalytic agent. Now you appeared suddenly. This time Shumana appeared, though I am waiting since 2, 3, 4 years. Ashish Dev once told me that my wife Shumana wants to see you. I said, okay, bring her. But she never appeared. No, this time she appeared. For her, it may be a very casual thing, but it is not a casual thing. Many people disappear also. There were people with me since 8 years, 10 years. Few of them have disappeared. So I said goodbye, bye-bye. Just enjoy. Be happy. 2 of them now have certificate also. And they are telling people that I sent them to have certificate there. On the periphery, things are complex. Deep down, things are simple. What you are sensing is right. It shows that you are alert, that you are aware, that you are watchful, that you are observant. So I am happy to know that you observe things, you keep eye, and that is the purpose. But don't worry. Just have patience. Enjoy the food in Panchgani camp. And the stay, the comfort. Maybe in the next camp you don't get anything. Who knows? Just enjoy the moment of what you have got. Mind complains, you know. Mind tries to manipulate. Always hand on wants, this, that, this is not good. This is bad, this should be. Don't listen all this crap of your own mind. Don't listen. Just learn not to listen. And you are learning. You are learning, you are creating distance. If you associate yourself, if you get involved, no, then there will be mess. But if you become watchful, if you observe, if you don't involve yourself, mind is going to be there. It will not leave you easily. And I am not saying condemn your mind or don't pay any attention to your mind. I'm not saying that. On the contrary, I tell you, whatsoever comes, just allow it, isn't it? I am telling you, just be with it. But at the same time, I am telling you, don't get involved. So it is a learning how to allow and at the same time not get involved. Don't fight. If you fight with the mind, mind will enjoy. It will get more strength, more energy. Allow it. Like the breeze is coming, let it come. It will come from this side and will go from that side. Mind will come, mind will go. Complaint will come, complaint will go. Demand will come, demand will go. Don't get caught, that's all. Let it come, let it go. Let it come, let it go. You cannot stop it. So don't struggle. Just be. Be present. Learn how to be present. Be yourself in remembrance. When you get the clue, it will be more and more easy. It is just a clue. And by practicing, it will become natural. In the beginning, it may take little effort on your part, but then it will become natural. Once it is natural, it is automatic. Now keep patience, don't be in a hurry. Sometime go to see a movie or to a restaurant. Do whatever you like. Let everything happen, but be present, just be. Remember again and again. And remain connected if you like. It is up to you, not up to me. Remain connected, the care will be taken. Maybe to you, I am taking the care, to me, he is taking the care. So I know my position, you know your position. The ego and the self dwell as intimate friends in the same body like two golden birds, perched in the same tree. The ego and the self, there is consciousness which is reflected through the body, which is body sense, is called ego. Like when you see moon in the night, and if you keep this glass of water, the moon is just reflected. This ego is a reflection of the true self. The true self is just a witness. It has the quality of witnessing whatsoever is. This is from Mandukya Upanishad, what I am reading to you. The ego and the self dwell as intimate friends in the same body. Self you have not to found somewhere outside. It is there. It is also in the body. When you know, when you come to know, you will see it is neither in nor out. It is neither inside the body, it is neither outside the body. It is. On the contrary, you may realize that the body is in the self. Self pervades everywhere. We call Atman or Brahman. So if the self is not, nothing is. When the self is, and when it get manifested in the form of body, so in the form it function as ego, which is reflected self. but not true self. When you stand in the sun, it will be the shadow of a Tanmayo. It cannot be the shadow of Alif. So ego, self, and the real self remains in the same body, dwell in the same body like two golden birds perched in the same tree, as if two birds are sitting on the same tree. The ego eats the sweet and sour food because the ego is doer. That is why it has to eat if it is sweet or if it is sour, whatsoever. Fruits of the tree while the self looks on detached. That is what I am teaching you. Remain detached. If you want to experience the true self, then remain detached, disidentified. Don't get involved. Because the real self is just witnessing. It is witnessing if the good thought is coming, witnessing if the bad thought is coming, what kind of thought is coming, or emotion is coming, or feeling is coming, it is detached. It is silent and still. Learn how to be silent, how to be still. Then there is witnessing. Whatsoever comes and goes, it is a passing show. Like when you watch TV, it is a passing show. It appears, it disappears, it comes, it goes. But if you get involved, then you are eating sweet or sour food. When you eat sweet, you like it. When you eat sour, you hate it. You suffer. Actually, when you feel happy, that is a suffering actually. When you really become sensitive, when you really see things as they are, even the so-called pleasure, you will not like it. You will not running behind the pleasures, not avoiding the pains. They will, to you, they will seem all equal, the same. The ego eats the sweet and sour fruits of the tree while the self looks on, detached. It goes on just seeing. Actually speaking, you know how to say things. In language, there is going to be some mistake or other, because no language is a perfect language. Actually speaking, it is not looking. See, when you stand before the mirror, you look in the mirror or mirror looks in you? Tell me. It is so detached and so silent and so still. The real self, the pure consciousness. There is no need to even look. But when there is a reflection, it is called witnessing state. When nothing is there, it is a non-witnessing state, because nothing is to witness. Simple. While the self looks on detached, that is how things are said. For as long as you identify with the ego, for as long as you identify, it depends on you. If you go on identifying, go on suffering. So enjoy your suffering. What I teach, if you ask me, I teach you how to enjoy your suffering. Even suffering can be enjoyed. Why? You come and you say, I'm feeling dizzy. I say, okay, enjoy it. What is wrong? Mom comes, you come, many more people come, and they come to me very serious that I should give some Ayurvedic medicine. so that they are relieved from their pain or from their suffering. On the contrary, I say, allow it. Just be with it. Why not? Isn't it? For as long as you identify, you come to me because you identify. If you don't identify, you will not come to me. It will go by itself. It is getting your energy. Without your energy, it cannot stay. It may appear, but it cannot stay long. See, if there is a guest in your house, suppose there is a guest in your house, and if you don't like the guest, how long the guest will stay? You tell me just. It's so simple, Whatsoever appears in you is like a guest. And you are like a sarai, like a dharamshala, like a blue country resort. Are you going to live here forever? You came for 10 days and after 10 days you are going. So you are like that resort. In resort, many visitors come. They stay for a while, maybe 2 nights, 3 days. It is a package. And then they leave. Few days ago, Priti was so sad, so suffering. Where it is gone? Nothing stays. And in that period, in that painful period, one goes on imagining anything, just projecting anything, which is not at all there. You project, you think, oh, Gurudev is thinking like this and what he will think and what is happening. It is all your own creation. And I don't do a thing. I know everything. But I don't pay any attention. Because if I pay attention, you will enjoy it. That Swamiji is also, Gurudev is also serious. Something is really wrong with him. Nothing is wrong with you. Only a guest has come for few days, that's all. And sometimes there are stupid guests. Really Z-piece. They come and they don't want to leave. But they cannot actually stay because it is not their house. They have to leave. So just keep patient and they will go. For as long as you identify with the ego, you feel joy and sorrow. Joy and sorrow. Joy is also because of identification. Getting my point? There cannot be joy. It does not mean there will be sadness. No transcendence, no joy, no sorrow. That is sannyas. Sannyas is complete when the joy is gone, when the sorrow is gone. You want sorrow should not remain and joy should come every day, every hour, every moment. It should be joy and joy and joy and joy. If the joy will remain, you will be totally suffocated. Joy also for a moment is okay. You can tolerate. See, there is too much heat. It is too much temperature and you feel like having a bath. Then you go in the swimming pool. How long you will stay there? The moment you enter, there is a joy, isn't it? You feel happy. Oh, what a cool. But after half an hour, or 1 hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, and soon there will be night and the moon will be there. The water becomes cold. The joy will turn into sorrow. Sorrow can turn in joy and joy can turn in sorrow. When you become habitual of sorrow, it is a joy. Without sorrow, you can't live. That is how things are. But when you disidentify or don't identify, you will not feel joy and sorrow. So you have to learn how to touch the third point of the triangle. Come here, leave this both. If you remain, either you will move to this or you will move to this. From this to this, from this to this. Jaro, sorrow, joy, not jaro, swai. Oh yeah. Sorrow, joy, sorrow, joy. When you transcend, when you don't identify, you touch the third point and it transcends both. And that is what sannyas means. That is meaning of the sannyas. Not asking for happiness and not asking the remedy of sorrow. Transcending both. For as long as you identify with the ego, you will feel joy and sorrow. But if you know you are self, the Lord of life, when you know that you are the self, you are the Lord of life, the whole life is flowing through you. You are the Lord. Just now, you assume that you are just Tanmaya, a poor Tanmaya, Scotlandish, Scotlandian. Okay, Scottish. No, you are not Scottish. You are not Tanmaya. You are not this body. You are not the identities you believe in. You are far more bigger. You are the Lord of life. Maybe he is cheating. Our experience is not this. Or he is right and we are wrong. And he is right. He is saying, but if you know you are self, just now you know that you are Tanmaya, forget this. Remember, experience, realize that you are the self which has no name, which has no form, which is unbounded, unlimited, ever and ever and ever, Lord of life. But if you know you are self, the Lord of life, you will be free from suffering. You can be free from suffering if you realize that you are the self, the supreme source of light. There is no need to declare to the world. They will put you in the madhouse if you declare. But actually speaking, you are the supreme source of light. When I am saying what I am indicating is something different and what you are feeling is different. You are again feeling through ego. I am not talking about ego. Ego cannot be the supreme source of light. You as your true nature, as your true essence, you are the source of light. The supreme source of love. The supreme source of love. You are nothing but pure love. To be is love. Just to be. The love is your very nature, very existence. The supreme source of love, you will transcend duality. When you see yourself as the self, then you have transcended the duality, the good and the bad, the joy and the suffering, the sorrow has gone. All kind of duality drops dead. You are free. One is free. One assumes that one is not free. One assumes that one is not enlightened. One assumes that one is bandhan, in bondage. One is not. How anyone can make anybody enlightened? In the very first place, it is not the case. It is an assumption. One has to leave aside the assumption. One is just imagining that he is in bondage. He is not in bondage. One is totally free. You have to just see, that's all. How I can make you enlightened and give you certificate? It's a bullshit. Wajah. The supreme source of love, you will transcend duality and live in a state of oneness.